What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rolling with Ruel. My name's Ruel Gabiola, and today is Solo Saturday, which means we're playing a solo game. I'm playing all by myself because it is Saturday morning. I want to get the weekend started off right by playing a quick board game. Before we get going, what are your stream snacks? This is something we do on Tabletop Tonight, but it's also valid during Solo Saturday, right? I'm adulting. And by adulting, I mean I'm making my own decisions as far as what I'm going to eat for breakfast today. And I have water and chocolate chip cookies. Thanks to our friend Amanda Panda, who is also in chat today. Thanks for joining us, Amanda. Amanda is our moderator, our chat moderator, also known as the Amanda-rator. So please keep things PG-13 in chat, or else Amanda will bust out the band hammer. These cookies are good for breakfast. Let me tell you, it's delicious. And I do want to shout out my LA Dodgers here. They are in a tough position. They were down 3-1 in the National League Championship Series. They won last night, so it's now 3-2. They need to win 2 more games in order to return to the World Series. So I've got my Dodger hat to support them. Go Dodgers. I love LA. Amanda says she hasn't had breakfast yet, just woke up. Yeah, I woke up like maybe about 45 minutes ago, and Michelle was like, aren't you streaming at 9? I'm like, oh, yeah. So my voice is a little hoarse right now, so let me grab some water. Be sure to hydrate, folks, and let me know if you have any stream snacks, or if you have your stream breakfast going on. Mrs. Gab 2020 is figuring out what she wants to eat for breakfast. I want to remind you that today at 10:30, I didn't put it here, but immediately after this stream at 10:30, my friend John, aka Book of Nerds, will be going live at 10:30 Pacific, so about an hour and a half after me. He and his wife Lorena is going. Are they going to play? What are they? They're going to play cribbage. So they're doing this really cool challenge where they're playing cribbage like every day this year. So 365 games of cribbage. They have a little catching up to do. I think they're behind by a few days, but they're probably going to catch up today. But check them out. I love cribbage. It's one of those games that I've heard about all my life, but I never actually played it till I think late last year. My buddy Daryl and I played a few times, and I played a few times with other people, and on the app as well. Cribbage is fantastic. It's another game. It reminds me of, like, for myself, backgammon. Not the game itself, but the fact that there's this classic game that's around forever, and I just started recently playing it. Backgammon for me, it's been about maybe 10 years, but it's one of those games throughout my life that I've heard of. But within the last 10 years, I've fell in love with backgammon and cribbage. I haven't played it lately, but it's one of those, like, it's just a card game, but it's got set collection, hand management, I believe, and it's so good. And you'll see John and his wife playing that at 10:30 today. Twin Flower's in the house. Thank you for joining us, Twin Flower, and Beyond Dead 13. Thank you. Yes, tea time. Twin Flower has coffee. Very nice. I haven't had tea. This morning I should have brewed some tea before I went on. So it definitely helps with the voice, but I will have a cup of tea afterwards. Thank you, folks, for joining us today. Twin Fire says, my grandparents taught me cribbage. Yeah, my grandparents didn't. Well, I knew my grandfather as a child. I didn't really know my grandmother. They're both back in the Philippines, my maternal grandparents. And I never got a chance to know my paternal grandparents, unfortunately. But my Lolo, that's grandfather, he lived with us for a little while when I was a small child. But my grandmother, she was in the Philippines the entire time. So I didn't really get to know them. I know just from, stories from my relatives, I think my grandfather was more of a card player. And my grandmother, I don't know if she played cards, but those are the type of games, right? Cribbage that, and also, like trick-taking games as well, that I know those get passed down from generation to generation here, at least here in the States. But yeah, I just got introduced to a game, cribbage, recently. I don't know how I got into it. It was last year sometime. I don't know if I was just curious because I've heard people talk about it, but I know the Brothers Murph do a really cool thing every now and then on their YouTube channel where Mike and Nick, they'll just sit, play cribbage, and just sort of talk about board games. And that's exactly how, cribbage is one of those, like, very relaxed, hey, let's just play a few hands, and we're gonna chit chat, hang out. I love games like that, and backgammon to me is the same way. Brothers Murph, thank you. Hey, I didn't even know you were here, but thank you. You are both handsome. I don't know who it is, but whether it's Nick or Mike, you are both handsome gentlemen. Thank you. Reese Roney, thank you so much for joining us. Nice to see you on here. Yeah, happy I can finally catch a game. I'm going to be playing a good one too today, folks. It is Pandemic Hot Zone North America. I've actually had this for a little while, thanks to our friends at Z-Man Games. And, you know, we all know what's going on in the world today. And it was just, I don't know if I didn't have really the stomach for it, or just, you know, it's just, we talk about pandemic. It's a part of our daily lives nowadays, but you know, time has passed and things are still tough, but you know, we're getting through it the best we can. I feel like, you know, now is, I don't know if it's ever going to be an appropriate time to play this game, but hey, you know, it is what it is. It's a game. We're going to play it, and we're going to hopefully cure North America of this pandemic, which, you know, hopefully it happens in real life. Yes, I know, Brothers Murphy. Yes, cribbage rules. Do you all play backgammon? Anyone play backgammon? Because I'm always looking for backgammon partners. Cribbage, I need to get back into. I have an app, and that's how I pretty much taught myself how to play cribbage and backgammon, was through apps, right? Like backgammon, I used to go. When I first started learning, I think it was like an old Yahoo site, like yahoo.com. They had like a backgammon thing you could play for free. And I would just go on there, had no idea what I was doing, get destroyed by whoever was playing, some random player somewhere in the world. I would get trashed. So then I downloaded a thing called New Backgammon, GNU, like the animal new. And it was like, you download it, it was like a backgammon tutorial, and it was like some sort of AI or something, but it would teach you how to play. And then it was an actual tutorial, like, hey, you know, you should make this move here. And you know, in backgammon, there are like certain opening moves that, you know, people, computers and people have mapped it out, where like chess, like these are certain moves that you have to do. You know, you roll dice, and then certain checkers go in these slots. And it's been proven, like, over time, that if you hit these certain slots early on, it's, you know, you have an advantage over your opponent. So just like, I don't know. I don't know if cribbage has, I'm sure they do. There's like some kind of cribbage tutorial, but I have an app. Oh, actually it is. Yeah. I don't know if it's still on my phone, but there was a cribbage app that I was using that, you know, would give you, like, tell you like certain like optimal plays, I guess it is. Let's see. I would like to try and play it. Yeah. I've been taught backgammon at least 3 separate times. Yeah. You know, it's one of those games where it's easy to forget the rules of backgammon, like the really basic play of moving check, like roll dice and moving checkers. That's easy. I think what's tough to remember is like when you can hit opponents. Like basically, if there's 2 checkers on a slot, you cannot hit an opponent, because you're trying to hit your opponent to get them off the board, and then they have to re-enter the board by rolling certain numbers. I mean, it's luck based, yeah, but there's a lot of strategy to it, in as far as how you manage your checkers, because it's a race. You're like doing the shoe, like a shoehorn. No, what is it? Like a U, starting in your home area, trying to go off the board, and the first one to get all their checkers off the board wins. But anyways, let's see. I never got it back. I'd like to try and play it. Yeah, my uncle tried to teach. Yeah, I had a backgammon set when I was a kid. I don't know how I got it. It was just one random thing, and I looked at it, and I was more of a card player. I'd rather play, you know, cards, like, and backgammon just sort of sat in the closet. And then as an adult, I got one, and I mean, I know exactly when I got into backgammon. It was when me and my buddies were playing. We were like, before game nights, like board game nights. My entire life, game night meant poker night, and it was all kinds of variants of poker. We, you know, friends and family, we'd play poker till, I mean, late, right? We're talking, when it's poker night, it was literally 24 hours, you know, and it was a lot of fun. But you know, as we kept playing poker, you know, we would watch poker on like ESPN, like the World Series of Poker and stuff. And then I noticed like some of the higher stake players would play backgammon, you know, while they were, you know, waiting for the poker tournament to start or whatever. And I always thought, backgammon, that has nothing to do with poker. So I, you know, did a little research, and it turned out that there's like this whole like subculture of poker players that also play backgammon, because it's an action game, right? And when you mean action, it means gambling. So poker players love the action. They love to play. So that's how I got into it. I taught myself. I was terrible at first, and eventually got to where I knew how to play the game. I wouldn't say I'm a good player by any stretch of the imagination, but I would, play it. I taught some friends and family how to play it. So between poker games, we would play backgammon for like, $1 a game or whatever. But anyways, that's, there it is. New backgammon. That is it. I mean, I don't know if it's still around. Maybe not. Eclectic Camels in the house. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Good to see you on here. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. It is Saturday morning here on the West Coast, Pacific time, wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day. Brothers Murph, thank you for stopping by. Love y'all. Appreciate it, Fam Bam. And to the rest of the Fam Bam, let us know what you're having in your stream snacks. Here's this. I am having cookies this morning and water. Let me get this screen going on here. Let me share the screen for Pandemic Hot Zone, North America. There it is, friends. Let me mention real quick that Rolling with Ruel, thanks to our Patreon supporters, shout out to all of our All Access and Very Important Gamer patrons, Kevin, Mike, Patrick, and Jeff. Thank you for your support. And also our friend Holly Chu at hollychuart.com. That's CHIU. Thank you, Holly, for all the illustrations that you see here. Oh, there's Holly. She does all the artwork and emotes for our channel. Please check out our website if you're interested in some terrific art. We love Holly's work, and we really appreciate her, everything she's done. Yeah, drop those emotes in the comments. Panda Angels got them all. There you go. As you see, there's Bruno, there's Amanda, there's Lauren, Michelle, and myself. So much fun. So that's Holly. And so we are playing, oops, that's not it. There we are. We're playing Pandemic Hot Zone North America. This is what I want to do. I want to put on the overlay for Rolling with Ruel. Thank you, Holly. You may notice that, let me get this cord out of the way. This is, if you've played Pandemic, like 95% of this game. Everything is the same. It's just smaller. It's like if you've ever played Ticket to Ride New York or Ticket to Ride London, it's the same base game, but just shrunk down in a smaller and faster playing package, right? So this is just North America. And regular Pandemic, right? We have the entire world. We're just focused on North America. We have Canada, US, and Mexico. Okay. And if you notice here, there's a pig that does not come with the game. This is just my way of showing which player's turn it is. I'll just have the pig here. So it's going to be the medic's turn. I'm playing a two-handed game with the medic and the dispatcher. And whoops, why is this cube here? 1, 2. Oh, maybe I didn't. Montreal. What was the other one? Guadalajara. Okay, yeah, I'm good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay. I thought I don't know why I had a cube here left over, but anyways, I have the medic and the dispatcher. The medic will go first because to determine the first player, you look at the population. Whoever's the highest population begins, and Phoenix in the U.S. has the biggest population, so this player will go first. Sir Bearsworth is in the house. Thank you, Silver Metal Tattern. Thanks for hanging out. Sir Bearsworth says, pork damn it. Yes, it is a pork demic, folks. So this is a game for 2 to 4 players, but as you all know, it's a cooperative game. I'm assuming everyone knows Pandemic. So if you have any questions, drop them in chat. This is a cooperative game. So because it's a cooperative game, this one you can play as a solo game by just controlling both the characters. Twin Fire says the camera keeps picking up the faces on the box. Oh, yeah. I got to figure out maybe if I move this over here. How's that work, folks? Does that look a little better? Is that a little, hopefully that's a little cleaner. Let me move the stream snack thing out of the way. So in this version of Pandemic, we are trying to cure 3 diseases instead of 4. It's the same concept where you have to collect cards in order to cure the diseases. And you'll notice here, it gives you a reminder. You need 4 of each. And instead of 4 diseases, you need to cure 3. But you'll need to collect 4 cards of the same color. Also, what's different is there's only one place to cure a disease. So you can't build the little stations or whatever. You always have to cure diseases in Atlanta. So you'll have to eventually get there with the same 4 colored cards in order to cure a disease. The cities, there are 3 different colors: red, yellow, and blue. You have the outbreak marker here. You have the infection rate here. So just like in regular pandemic, you're on your turn. You have 4 actions you may do, and the action of the cards player aids are here. You can move, right? You can drive or ferry, move to a connected city. Direct flight means you discard a city card to move directly to that city. And finally, the charter flight. So you discard the city card that matches the city you're in, and you go anywhere on the map. Okay, those are the 3 movements. You also have a choice of 3 different actions. So you treat disease by removing 1 disease cube from your city. If that disease is cured, you remove all cubes of that color from that city. Okay. Share knowledge. You give or take the city card matching your city from a player in your city. Okay. And finally, discover a cure. In Atlanta, discard 4 city cards of the same color, and that disease is cured. Okay, so these here. There is no eradication in this game, so you can't eradicate a disease from the base game, or just like in the base game, you cannot do that. There's also the player deck here. There are 3 epidemic cards. They work just like pandemic. There's also I've added in 3 crisis cards, and that's the one new part of this game. Crisis cards are one-time events that happen. They're usually bad. Actually, they're always bad. They're either one-time or they're going to be ongoing effects, right? Also in this game, it's a 6-card hand limit. And once you get above 6, you must immediately discard or play events to get down to 6. I believe the base game is 7. Is that correct, friends? I didn't look this up. I'm almost positive it's 7 cards normally. Sir Beresford, you have to cure them all at the Coca-Cola factory. Yes. Silver, I thought the boxes was some Twitch streaming. Say, oh, okay. 7's correct. Thank you, Silver Metal. So yeah, this is basically the game, friends. So I do have the medic out, and I do have the dispatcher. There's also the other players that you can. There's 4 characters in the game. You also have the researcher, and then the generalist. Okay, the generalist gives you 5 actions. The researcher, you can trade cards in any city. It doesn't have to match. Whereas in this, without the researcher, you have to match. There is no scientist, and there's none of the other characters. Setup is basically the same. I just randomly drew cards before we went live here and filled in 2 cities with 3, 2 cities with 2, 1 city with 1. Just, 1 fewer city for each level than the base game. I have my lucky pig, hopefully my lucky pig, as the player marker here, and I've drawn the 2 player cards, and this is the turn right here. You do 4 actions. You're going to draw 2 player cards, and if there's any epidemic or crisis, you will resolve those. And then you draw infection cards. That's the infection rate is 2 currently. You're going to draw the cards and then place a cube in each. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, nice pig, right? Thanks. I got this back in the I think it was 2 years ago. I went to the Philippines for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and in one of the local shops, I picked up this pig. I should have, I look at it, I should have picked up a bunch. I had like a little pig family, but actually, no. You know what? I think when I bought this might have been the last one in the little stand that I was at. And anyways, that is our pig marker. So we got the medic, dispatcher. Thanks again for joining us, friends. My name is Ruel Gaviola. I play games here on Twitch, usually Monday through Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. But the occasional Saturday, I do solo Saturdays, and sometimes I do other things as well. On Fridays, I'm over on Facebook and YouTube, and I also do stuff for Renegade and a bunch of other things. So you can find me on the internet anywhere. I'm so glad you're here today. Let's hang out. Let's play a game. And we are playing Pandemic Hot Zone North America. Game Right, this guy clicked because I thought Crocodile. I'm saying because of Pandemic. Well, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I thought I updated it where it should be. It should say Pandemic Hot Zone now, but yeah, I thought I updated it. My bad if it hasn't updated. Thank you, Amanda, for pulling the socials there. And also, folks, I do have a Patreon that's happening. You saw some of the people that support. Want to thank them again. But if you're interested in supporting all the work that I do in the board game industry, please consider Patreon. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get started, though, with this game. This is Pandemic Hot Zone North America. So on my turn, I've got the medic. So this is the medic here. So we're going to go here. my first, I've got 4 actions. I'm going to move to Indianapolis because that's a hot spot with those, right? And then, oh, thank you. You want to say hi?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you. My wife, Michelle, is just so kind. I mean, she gave me she brewed me a cup of tea. Thanks, Michelle. So we got the tabletop mug, the Meeple Maze. So thank you, Michelle. A lifesaver right there. She could probably hear my voice being all raspy. So, this is my favorite. I don't know. What type of tea or coffee do y'all drink? I love a good old school Earl Grey with honey and lemon. It's just, I don't know if it was like medicinal qualities to it, but it's just something about it so soothing to my throat. Wilhelm Wolf is in the house. Thank you, Wilhelm, for dropping by, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. So we are in the first turn here. I've moved the medic here. And the medic's power is when I treat disease as an action, I remove all the cubes of one color. So my first action is to move. My second action is to treat. And normally other characters, when you treat, you just remove 1 cube. The medic, because that's their specialty, moves all cubes. So that's 2 actions. Let's see. I have Monterey and Phoenix, and Dispatcher has Denver, and I'm going to butcher this name. Michelle told me how to say it last night. I totally forgot. Tegucigalpa. That's how I'll say it. So that's my second move. Let's go 3 and 4 to Phoenix. Okay, so I've moved 3 times and I've treated once. Okay, so that's done my 4 action cards. Now I draw 2 player cards. Washington. Okay, so I got a blue. And Atlanta. Okay, the ATL. So I got 2 blues now. Okay, again, you need 4 to cure a disease. And now I want to Risa, brew yourself a cup of tea. I forget what time zone you're in, but I feel like it's always a good time for tea. I love it in the morning, especially here. Yeah, tea, Earl Grey hot. That's exactly what I have. A little honey and lemon. Love me some blueberry black tea. Ooh, that sounds good. And Amanda wants mango black tea. I had a mango tea. I think it was a mango boba tea like 2 weeks. No, I take that back. I didn't have it. I had a pineapple mango boba tea. Standard Orange Pico is my go-to everyday English breakfast when I need more caffeine. Nice, always good. Panda Angel has subscribed. Thank you, Panda Angel, for subscribing. Tier 1. It is not a new subscription, but if y'all know, Amanda Panda is a co-host. She co-hosts Boarding East LA with myself and John Gonzalez. So alert. We have a new, but it's actually a resubscription. So thank you. Whoops. Thank you, Panda Angel. Much appreciated. Always appreciate your support, Amanda. And let's see what we have here. Marisa had 2 cups of coffee. Now I'm going to have probably Earl so my heart doesn't explode. That's actually why I gave up coffee years ago. I mean, I was one of those like 3 cups a day type guys for years. And I slowly but surely weaned myself off. Tea nowadays is more my speed. Started drinking matcha lately. Nice. And Michelle, my wife, she loves rooibos, and I'm starting to get into that as well. William Wolf is also subscribed for Prime. Thank you, William Wolf. Much appreciated. Alert. We have a 3. I should, do like numbers on these, but 3 months on Prime. Thank you, William Wolf. Much appreciated. You know what? For William and Amanda, a round of applause to you, my friends. I love this thing. I don't know where Michelle got it, but let's get back to the game, shall we? So I've done the medic's turn, drawn the cards. Thankfully, there were no crisis or epidemic cards. There was also, just like in the base game, there are event cards here. Hopefully we'll get to some of those soon, because those will help you, and those can be played on any player's turn as well. William, Grant, I gotta say, I did catch the comment the other day it was on the Meepleville stream. I am going to agree with you. Bruno is the best part of our stream. Yes. Flappy hands. Yeah, flappy hands are the best. John Gonzalez in the house. Thank you. This is Book of Nerds, folks. Woot. There it is. Woot. Book of Nerds will be going live at 10:30, about an hour away from after this, and he and his wife are going to be playing cribbage. So please follow Book of Nerds if you don't already. We co-host Book Board in East LA on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. with Amanda Panda. Thank you, Anonymous, for the Boba Tea. Wow, really? Boba Tea fun. Thank you, Twitfire, for all the bits. I want to thank the anonymous gifter for gifting a sub. So you know what? Because it is an alert, a gifted sub, folks. Thank you, anonymous gifter. And you are going to get, let me do this one. Yes. Gift. The gift hat. Woo! But I can't cover the Dodger hat. Well, they need all the help they can get right now. Down 3-2 in the National League Championship Series. I want to thank Twinflower for cheering for the 500 bits. Twinflower, just for you, a round of applause. Thank you. Yay. Yay. I love it. Thanks, friends. This is great. Great way to start my Saturday morning. Hopefully your weekend's going well. Let's get back to the game. I have the Dispatcher. So the Dispatcher, this is the one that helps with movement. I always like this combination, Dispatcher, Medic. I did choose it at random, but I do like these characters. They're, Dispatcher helps with movement. Medic helps with clearing cubes. So let's see what the Dispatcher is going to do. Their special actions: move any pawn directly to another pawn's city. And then the other actions: move another player's pawn to a connected city. And that means connected to theirs. So what I'm going to do, Dispatcher is going to move the Medic, and the Medic, one of their powers, at any time, remove all the cubes of a cured disease in your city for free. Oh, it's got to be cured, so they can't actually cure it now. So that's when you have a disease cured, the Medic just automatically sweeps away cubes. But here, the Medic's going to have to take their action to clear those cubes. But at least they're set up for their next turn. Gamer Radar Sky, hey, thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Have a great weekend. Silver Meadow, thanks. Yeah, we love the props, and that's all credit to my wife, Michelle. She knew that I didn't know how to use all the OBS and all the fancy dancy, internet things and the click clocks or TikToks or whatever you call it. So she came up with these great analog props. And you know what? It works out because we love analog board games. Why not analog props? So that's the first move for the Dispatcher. The second move, let's see. Got blues here. Okay, it's still early in the game. Let's move. So for the second move, 2 and 3. And then fourth move, we're going to get rid of one of those cubes. Okay. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I did not. So let's back up. I was supposed to do the infection thing here. So I forgot this. So Denver gets one. So we're making this up from Medic's turn. And Toronto would get one as well. Okay. So back to the Dispatcher's turn. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Dispatcher's turn. Draw cards. San Francisco, another red one. And LA. Oh, okay, so we're one red one away. So if we can get the Dispatcher and the Medic into Phoenix, we can get that Phoenix card back here, and that'll have the cure in hand. Okay, so now we draw infection cards. Chicago. And Ciudad de Mexico, and I'm apologizing for my Espanol pronunciations. I'm a native Southern Californian. I have a little Spanglish, but not enough. I'm working on it, so please help me out, folks, if you can. Book of Nerds says, watching on my phone while I make breakfast. Nice. Clip Klaus, right? Book of Nerds. I always laugh at that. Michelle, so she's like, you're too old for technology, right? Oh my gosh. So one thing I always love about Pandemic, or even like Ticket to Ride, anything with a map, like these big beautiful maps, especially of the US, I always like to look at like, where have I visited here? I have not visited as many places as I'd like to. I'd love to travel, but obviously these days travel is very limited. But think about the good old days, right? I've always wanted to go to New Orleans. I've never been there. I've been in New York, been to Washington, Phoenix, LA, San Francisco, Seattle. The only place in Canada I've been to is Vancouver because we have family there. I've always wanted to go to Toronto or Montreal, if you will. Boston, I don't think I've been to. Have I been to Boston? I don't remember. No, I haven't been to Boston. And I have not been to Miami or Havana down here. Mexico, Michelle and I have been to. Oh my gosh, where did we go again in Mexico? It was, I forget. But anyways, I haven't been to Guadalajara or Monterrey or Mexico City. So anyways, where have you all been in North America? Put them in the comments. Let's share some experiences, folks, of, back when travel was doable. I mean, I know it's doable now, but it's not as easy, right? Nairi, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, that's where we went a couple of years ago. It was really, really beautiful down there. Okay, so we have finished the dispatcher's turn. Let's go back to the medic. So the medic first order of business is treat a disease, and he gets to put all cubes off. That's first action. Second, so let's see. Okay, so we're definitely going to try to get the dispatcher over there. So, second, okay, let's go back. So first move, I could toss Monterrey here. Now that's a waste. Third, second, third, fourth. Second, third. Oh yeah, and also one thing, just unlike the base game, you don't have that. You can't go from this side over here like Pac-Man style, right? Going through the Pac-Man tunnel. In the base game, you can fly from one side of the board to the other. This you cannot. Yeah, right. Remember when we could just walk to any gate at the airport? Yeah, agreed. And 100% agree with that. Would love to do more travel more in the U.S., but not with the current administration. I agree 100%. So true. So I was supposed to use the pig to keep track of turns. But anyways, it's the medic's turn. Let's see. I've got 3 more moves. I've done the 1 move to clear those cubes. Second, third. I will just set myself up for New Orleans on the next turn, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Michelle says, so I think Road to Star Travel Minds are being dictated by this game. Okay. So that's the end of the medic's turn. Let's do the player cards. Ciudad Mexico, Mexico City. And the second one is an event. Borrowed time. Play during the do actions step, not an action. The current player can do 2 additional actions this turn. Okay, so this is an event card. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am at my hand limit for the medic. So this event card, the medic can do it on the medic's turn or the dispatcher's turn. Doesn't matter, either one. So now we do the draw infection cards. Minneapolis, over there in Minnesota, and Dallas. Dallas is there. Sir Bearsworth, I remember being lucky enough to get randomly selected almost every time for extra checks. Yeah, randomly selected, right? I know that feeling. Okay, so now it's the dispatcher. Dispatcher has the pork-demic piece here. So the dispatcher, what can they do? Move any pawn directly to another pawn city. So 1, 2, 3. I really want to get that 4th red card from the hand there. So first move any pawn directly to another pawn city. So there's 1. Second action, move another pawn city to a connected city. So 2. And then 3. So using the dispatcher's card of power to go one more step connected. And then for the fourth action, I'm going to use the dispatcher's power again to move a pawn to another pawn city. So they will be in Phoenix. They'll be able to share knowledge. So that is an action. So the action is actually going to have to go on the medic's turn. Okay, but at least the dispatcher's set up. Great question, Silver Metal Term. This is the first time I'm playing it. Very first time. I just set it up, 20 minutes ago. It's easier, of course, because it's a smaller map. You only have 3 diseases to cure. Actually, I'm not going to say it's easy because there are limitations, right? You can't just build any station anywhere you want to cure disease. To cure a disease, you must be back in Atlanta. So that's a little tougher. There are fewer characters to choose from. Everything else is pretty much the same. So I'm feeling like right now it's easy, just like in normal pandemic, right? The first few rounds are pretty easy, but then I feel like it's going to ramp up, especially once we hit the epidemic, which is real close here. Book of Nerds, ooh, eggs and bacon, always a good call. Yes. Oh, that cheese is so good. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. So did we do the... No, we didn't. We drew the action, or we have to draw action cards now, correct? I did not draw action cards. Okay. A Leacock game easy? Nah. Man is making an egg croissant sandwich. Yum. Okay, so I've done my actions. Let's do the player cards. There's Dallas. Oh, okay. So cool. Dispatcher has 4 in hand, so they just need to get back to Atlanta to cure the red. And, crisis. All right. Here we go. So the first crisis card of the game. Contamination. Play immediately, then discard. Choose 1 pawn and check the color of their city. Place 1 cube of that color on each connected city. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so, we don't have to choose a pawn because they're both there. So we're going to put a cube to each connected city to Phoenix. So Dallas, Denver. No, that's not connected. LA and Monterey connected. So they each get a cube. Okay. Hi, Slivers. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you on here. So we just did a crisis card. That is, we played immediate, now discard. So that's that's the new feature of this game, right? Are the crisis cards. So that's going to ramp it up just like it ramps up via epidemics. So that was 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was the second card. We are done with that. Now we do the infect city step. Santo Domingo and Washington. Okay. So I feel an epidemic card coming on real soon here, folks. And just like in normal pandemic, if you have 3 cubes in a city, which thankfully I don't anymore. So let's just say I had 3 in Dallas. During the infect step, or during the epidemic step, if I have to place a cube here, it's going to outbreak and you're going to add cubes to the connected cities. Okay. So we've drawn, did we draw? Yes, we did. Santo Domingo and Washington. Okay. So let's move the Porkdemic piece back to the medic. This is keeping track of what player we're playing. So it's the medic's turn. So the dispatcher has 4 red in hand. Red is good. So I think, what can we do? If we get rid of this red one, we can fly anywhere in the world because we're in Phoenix, right? We could go to Denver and cure that. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then fly. Okay, let's go to Dallas. Yeah. Okay, Medic's going to move to Dallas 1. Medic's power cure all cubes, or treat all cubes. That's 2. Go to New Orleans 3, and then cure those cubes 4. Okay, that's the 4 actions. And again, if I wanted to, I can use this borrowed time to do 2 actions on my own turn, but I'm going to save that for now. I think we're okay saving stuff. Okay. Yeah, Pork Demic, right? That was compliments of our friend Sir Bearsworth. Okay, so I've done my 4 actions. Let's draw 2 player cards. New Orleans, Nons, and there's the Epidemic. So first, I'm at 7 cards. I need to discard 1. So I'm going to discard the red since we have red in hand. So now we're back up to our hand limit. Okay, so the Epidemic, just like in regular Pandemic, we increase the infection rate. So we have 2, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the number cards we draw. In fact, draw the bottom card. Again, just like base Pandemic. And we're going to add 3 cubes to Tegu. Oh my gosh. Michelle was helping me with this last night. I forgot. Tegucigalpa. Tegucigalpa. I'm going to add 3 cubes. So that goes here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now shuffle the cards in the infection discard pile and put them on top. So we're going to shuffle all of these. Okay, then put it on top, and then we do the infect steps. So this is the intense part of the game, right? And this is where it ramps up. So we've had a crisis, now we've had an epidemic. And if you look here, we only get 4 before we lose the game. I think the base game is like 8. So this is a way faster version of the base game, folks, but it plays almost identical. I would say it's identical, except you have fewer diseases to cure. And just the crisis cards are new. And I would say, I'm trying to think, would I use this as an introduction to Pandemic for new players? I might have to go with this one. But actually, you know what? I love Pandemic the Cure, the dice version. I think that one's a lot of fun. I think that one's might be even easier to teach. But this feels like it would be like a much shorter version of the base game. I mean, it is, right? It definitely is. Okay, so I have shuffled those cards enough. Now, intensify shuffle the cards. Okay, so we are done with this epidemic. Okay, actually, all the discards go here. And now go to draw infection cards. Oh, boo. Boo earns. So we have to add 1 here, but instead of adding a 4th, it is now an outbreak. Oh, that hurts. Okay, so we all connected cities get an additional cube. And yes, there can be multiple outbreaks. Thankfully, we're safe from that. Okay. Okay. Ugh, that's brutal. I wonder what these are for. Are these? Oh, okay, I see. That's just showing exactly where they are on the map. All right. So that's the first one. And the second one's Indy. And thankfully, the medic kid cured that previously. Okay, so let's move Porky over here to the dispatcher. Oh, boy. We need to take care of this section here, but we have the cure for red here as well. Move any pawn directly to any other pawn city. Ooh, we could get there real quick. Tell you what, I have the cure for red in hand. Let's take care of red now. Right? Yeah. Okay, so first move. Wait, I have Tegucigalpa in hand, so I can fly down there. Yeah, we're going back to the ATL. 1, 2. Third action is going to cure red. Woo! Yeah, we have cured red, folks. These go in the discard pile. So that's 1, 2. The third action was there. Now I can move the medic to a connected city, or I can move another pawn to that pawn city. But no, we're going to use the dispatcher's power to move the medic 1 over here to get them a little closer here to start curing this stuff. Actually, he was in New Orleans. I'm going to move him here because I want to cure this one first because we already have Tegucigalpa here in the discard pile, so we know that one's out for now. But this one, I think we should worry about. Risa, this is a great point. I said I didn't need any more Pandemic games, but I really like the small version. Plays faster, easier to teach. I dig. I do too. again, for my first time playing, I really like this whole smaller, condensed version of the game. It really does remind me of the Ticket to Ride New York and Ticket to Ride London, where it is Ticket to Ride, just way smaller and faster, right? Of course, I'm going a lot slower just because I'm, chatting with y'all in chat. Thank you again for joining me, and I'm, sipping my tea and so forth. But I can see this. Okay, so the box says 30 minutes. Honestly, I could see you knocking this out in 20, no problem. 20, no sweat. Okay, so let's go back here. I'm going to take another sip of tea. Y'all, take a sip of tea if you're with me, or coffee, or what have you. Oh, that hits the spot. Okay, so the dispatcher's turn is done. Now we draw 2 player cards. Calgary, a red, and New York, a blue. Okay, so we have... Okay, and let's not forget that the medic has his borrowed time. So if we needed 2 extra actions on turn, he has that in his pocket. Okay, so let's draw infection cards. We are at the 2 rate. So LA gets a red. And Minneapolis gets a red. Okay, so Minnie's at 2. So right now the hot spots are down here and up here. Okay, let's move Porkdemic over here to the medic. The medic's turn. So now we also have yellow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's do this. 1. Okay, 1 cure here, or treat here. 2, move 3, and then treat 4. Again, the medic, all other players, folks, you only remove 1 cube when you're treating, but the medic's power is removing all cubes of 1 color. And also, excuse me, the medic, if the medic goes into a red city, because it's been cured, the medic gets to cure, remove all those cubes for free. It's not even an action, right? So that's just like the base game, very cool. So I moved the medic here to Tegucigalpa because the dispatcher has that card. We're going to get the dispatcher here to share some knowledge, and that way we have yellow in hand as well. Okay, so that's the medic's turn. I've done 4 actions. Draw 2 player cards. Chicago, okay. And then Indianapolis. Okay, so here's the tough part. I have the blue cards. I have blue in hand to cure. I have borrowed time. Wow, what should I do, folks? So I got to get down to 6 cards in my hand. I have 8. I could play this to do 2 extra actions. Oh, this hurts. So I should probably use this to take the 2 extra actions. So I could go 1, 2. So that would take, I would get rid of this card, but I'd still have to discard down to 1. Okay, here we go. We are going to, if I use this, fly there with Atlanta. No. Oh, this is tough because I have 8 cards. I need to get rid of 2 of them because my hand limit's 6. Do I use this? Borrowed time. I feel like, so I use the borrowed time. I'd be down to 7. I have to get rid of 1. And this sucks because I have the cure in hand for blue, and we also have yellow good to go. What to do, folks? What to do? Could fly to New Orleans again? Nah. So with 2 extra actions, I could fly here, here, or here, or I can fly up to Washington. That'd be 1, and then 2, and I could give the Atlanta card here. Oh, this is tough because this totally screws up my plans. I was going to do this where on the dispatcher's turn, come here and share knowledge. So we're going to have to get rid of cards anyways. Oh, that's tough. Do we do the blue or yellow, folks? I'm going to sit here and AP it out. So I don't want to sit here and have you watch me suffer from analysis paralysis. So what we're going to do is we're going to use borrowed time, so that's going to use one of my cards. And so now I get 2 actions. So I can go 1 and then cure or treat for 3, but I'd still have to discard down to another card here, which is a dud. Is yellow a Dodger color? No, yellow is not a Dodger color. That's why I'm holding on to blue. So we have the blues in hand. I think we should treat... Well, we've cured red. I really would like to treat yellow. Well, you have to treat yellow or blue, right? Amanda's saying go with blue. Okay. So we're going to stick to blue then. Let's... You know what? I'm going to save this. I'm going to dump the 2 yellow cards. Okay, so I'll keep New Orleans. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to save the 2. I don't think it's time to use the event card yet. Okay, so now we draw infection cards. Did we draw? Yeah, we did draw 2. Okay. New Orleans and Toronto. I like your thinking, Amanda. Yes, go with blue because based on the Dodgers. Yes, go Dodgers later on tonight, folks. Okay, so that is the end of the Medic's turn. Now it's the Dispatcher's turn. So the Dispatcher is going to use their power, move any pawn directly to another pawn city. They're going to use that to bring the Medic here. So the Medic on their turn is going to cure blue. So now we got to start working on yellow somehow. The Dispatcher is going to... Oh boy. Oh gosh. I think the Dispatchers stay around yellow. Okay. So 2, that's the second move. 3, and we'll treat that one for 4, Havana. Okay. Slivers, what are the Dodgers and what are they dodging from? The Dodgers are the greatest baseball team in Major League Baseball. They're dodging nothing right now. Although if I was a non-Dodger fan, I would say that they are dodging the World Series based on how they're playing. We are down 3-2 in the championship series. We need 2 more wins. The Braves need 1 win. And it's been an up and down series, folks. Okay. So that's the Dispatcher's turn. You know what? Hey, can we come up with some names for our Dispatcher and Medic? I'm thinking Dispatcher could be like... I like alliteration, so give me a D name for Dispatcher and an M name for Medic, friends. And I will continue to play them here. Greatest baseball team. That's like saying most powerful goblin. The Dispatcher's turn is done. Now we're going to flip over some player cards. Thank you, Collector Camel. Yeah, Dion the Dispatcher. It's now drawing cards. We have Seattle. So there's another red. Okay, so we have red already, so we don't really care about that. We're looking for yellows. And, crisis. Another crisis, folks. Let's see what this is. Limited options. Play immediately. Stays in play. Replay. Oh, gosh. Ouch. Reduce player's hand size to 5 cards. Discard or play event cards as needed. When the next crisis card is drawn, discard this card. So this stays in place until the next crisis. But now instead of, this is going to hurt. Okay. Boo earns. So we've got to discard down to 5. I'm going to leave this here just so we know it's in play. I have 6 right now in my hand. Oh, it's got to be the current player. Darn it. This says the current player can do 2 actions on this turn. Oh, wait. If I play it. Oh, no. Okay. So I have to. Oh, my gosh. I've got to get rid of 1 card, folks. Okay. Man, am I going to pay for like saving the. You know what? I've already discarded 2 yellows. I'll discard another. Wait, let me see. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8. I've discarded 2. I have 2 here. I need to save that New Orleans card. Tell you what, I am going to get down to 5. I'm going to play the event card. So the current player gets 2 more actions. So this player is going to go. Wow. We'll go 1, 2 here. Actually, no, he's in Havana. Ah, gosh. Yeah. It's got to go this way. I thought this was connected. It's not connected. We'll go 1, 2 here. Okay, so now the medic is down there. Yeah, always hurts to discard, right? Beyond Dead, totally. Choo choo. So we've got Dion the Dispatcher. How about an M name for medic, folks? It's medic's turn again. I need to. Let me see. Did I draw? What did I draw? The first one was a crisis, right? Did they? Oh, they also got. Okay, yeah. So now I got to infect. This is for Dion's turn. Washington gets one, and Dallas gets one. Okay, safe so far. It is now back to M. Female can't tell. We don't worry about gender here. If you want an M for whatever, let's hear about M. Yeah, we're not going to sweat the gender as far as here. It is. I will have to give credit again. Very diverse set of characters here, which I appreciate and I'm thankful for. There it is. Thank you, Collected Camel. Mabel the medic. It is their turn. So Mabel is in Atlanta. Mabel has 4 blue cards. Yes. So we have cured blue. Woo! USA. I always say that whenever we cure, it's just a habit that I have. Then we do the USA chant. So we have 2 of the 3 diseases cured. Again, just like in base pandemic, the second you cure that, if you can complete your turn after successfully curing, in this case, 3 diseases, you have won the game. You lose the game if you run out of player cards, you hit the outbreak here, or you cannot place any cubes. So we're getting close on the blue cubes, but so far so good. So the Mabel's first turn, we have cured that. Now we have 2. We need to get some yellows out, but tell you what. Let us let's cure some stuff. Or let's treat some stuff. So second move here, and because it's cured, automatically comes off for free thanks to Mabel's power. That's 2, 3, 4. Again, red is cured as well, so those come off the table. Okay, so we have reds and blues back out here. Hopefully it's going to be safe. So draw 2 player cards. Oh, event. 1 quiet night. Oh, I always like this one. This is just like the original game. 1 quiet night. Play at any time, not in action. Skip the draw infection card step this turn. Okay. And the second one is Montreal. So we got another blue. We're really hoping to dig for those yellows. Okay. So at any point, I can play that quiet night and we skip this part of the game or game turn. Again, we only have a limit of 5 now, but let's infect cities. Guadalajara and Denver. Okay, Denver. Uh-oh. Okay, they got 3 now. So if there's another one that shows up there, it's going to be an outbreak. We're at 1 outbreak already. So, okay, yeah, I know what I'm going to do now. So let's move Porky. So from Mabel back to Dion. Dispatcher is going to use their power to move another pawn to a connected city. Mabel is connected to Denver, so they move here. And at any time, remove all the cubes of cured diseases in your city for free. Red has been cured, so this automatically comes off. Woo! I love that. I always, as anyone watched the A-Team back in the day, I remember I love the A-Team. The old saying from Hannibal Lecter, I love when a plan comes together. That was a sweet move there. Now, that was the first move. Yes, A-Team. Thank you, Amanda. How can we cure some more of this stuff? Let's clear some cubes, shall we? Really need to get some yellows up in here. Oh, okay. So I can go 2. So that was my first move. 2 there, 3 there, 4 there. Okay. Let's do that. Dion is going to fly to New York. I love New York. I think that's such a cool city. It's been about 10 years since I've been. I haven't. Yeah, I would love to go. Just to when everything's safe again, I want to go back because that's such a great place to go eat. I loved the food in New York. I love LA. I'm an LA guy, SoCal guy, but New York, everything's just closer. So there is really something about the pizza in New York. It's different. The bagels too. Okay, so I've done my second move. My third move, I am going to move this pawn here. And with the Medic's power, it's a cured disease, so blue comes off. My fourth move, I'm going to move to a connected city. I'm going to move a pawn to a connected city, right? Move it, yep. And because it's blue as well, that's been cured, so that comes right off. Upstate New York, nice. I've driven through upstate New York. Haven't actually been there, but I remember my last trip to New York. I flew out to where was it? To Washington D.C. and I stayed with a friend out there, and me and my good friend Ryan, my buddy Ryan Green, rest in peace. We drove up the East Coast, and it was the first time I'd gone to the East Coast. It was just so beautiful. Upstate New York. We went all the way up to Vermont for our mutual friend, my buddy Jake's graduation. I think it was when he got his I don't forget if it was his MA or a PhD, but anyways, awesome trip. I always think about that when I want to go to East Coast. Like I would love to go out there. So that's the end of Dion the Dispatcher's turn. So now we got to get player cards. I really feel like there's an epidemic coming, folks. So hopefully we're going to be safe here. Boston, another blue card, which we don't really need at this point. And there is the epidemic. So increase the infection. So now we're going to be drawing 3. Infect. So draw the bottom card. Let's see what happens here. It is Calgary. Okay. Apologies to my friends in up north in Canada. They're going to get 3 cubes. And then we're going to shuffle these and then draw 3 cities there. So we could be in a little trouble with Calgary since it's in play. I think that's the only one that has 3. So as long as we don't hit Calgary, we should be okay. We need to dig for those yellow cards. We only have 2. I sort of regret dropping those. Now I can use the One Quiet Night card to skip this step, but I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold off until we're a little closer to getting the cure here. Okay, so I'm shuffling these. Let me give it another, like a riffle shuffle. Okay, so let's see what happens, folks. So we are drawing 3 now to infect. New Orleans. Oops, why did I put this here? That's for the discards. New Orleans gets a cube. Denver gets a cube. Okay, Denver's there. And Washington. Okay, so far so good. Calgary's in the deck though, so that's gonna have to be. I think we're gonna have to worry about that. So let's move Porky Porkdemic here. We have Mabel the Medic. Agus Peppa Fan has redeemed 100 Bruno points. Thank you, my friend. You know what? It's been a while since we've done this. Let's give you a round of applause. Thank you for spending your Bruno points here, folks. And hey, friends, if you're still hanging out and watching, much appreciated. Let's stay hydrated. I'm going to drink my tea. I was going to take a bite of the cookie, but I'm going to wait on the cookie. I want like a little more heftier breakfast after this. These are compliments, by the way. The cookies, Amanda Panda, our chat moderator. This is she gave us a batch of. She makes her own frozen cookie dough. A cookie dough. It's awesome. She freezes it, and I think this is the last of our last batch from Amanda. So thank you again, Amanda. We love your cookies here. It's always Michelle made them last night, and it was. I think was it when I was streaming? Yeah, it was when I was either streaming or finishing streaming. I could smell in the house. Oh, so awesome. Yes, Agus Peppa Fan, thank you for joining us. So now, where are we at? That was the infect step. Was now Mabel's turn. August from Argentina. Thank you for joining us from Argentina, my friend. Hola. So 1, 2, 3. I could get to Calgary and cure that. I've New Orleans and Montreal in my hand. That is not going to help. We had New Orleans and Denver. I believe you can look through the discards here, right? Is that in the rules? I forget. Let's go this way. I really want to take care of Calgary, so I don't want an outbreak. So 1, 2, 3. And because it's a cured disease, it's a free removal. So I still have 1 action left. Yellow, yellow, blue. So we're gonna have to get those blues out some way. Tell you what, did I do New Orleans already? I did. So I'm gonna fly to New Orleans. That's my fourth action. And those cubes don't come off because it's not cured yet, but hopefully that'll be. Oh, Mrs. G is making banana bread right now. August Peppa fan, no habla español, un poquito. I don't know. I do Spanglish, my friend. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. I need to draw 2 player cards. Minneapolis and Miami. Okay, so there's a yellow. We are short. Wait, why did I draw? Folks, why did I do that? Why did I go to New Orleans and spend that? That was, I'm backing up. That was such a brain fart on my, wow. Why did I spend this to go here? I'm not doing that. Where was I? Was I in Calgary? I went to Calgary. I had this one. Okay, tell you what, I'm putting these back. That was such a brain fart. I'm trying to save this, right? Because we're trying to cure yellow. That was such a bad move. Sorry. Okay. So I've cured that, or I've treated that for free. I have one more move to. I'm not going to New Orleans by spending that. That was such a brain fart on my move. I'm just going to go to Denver, and because it's been cured, I treat it for free. Wow. Now I draw. I got Minneapolis, and I have Miami. Jeez. Okay. I still only have a hand limit of 5. And oh, thank you, August Peppa fan, much appreciated. Oh, hydrate. All right, thank you for spending the 100 points. Hydrate with agua or té. I have my té. And now that is the end of my turn. I have drawn the cards. I could do one quiet night to skip this infection, but I think we're going to be okay. So let's infect Minneapolis, Indianapolis, and Los Angeles. Okay. Oh, okay. LA now has 3, so we got to be careful. Now we're back to Dion the dispatcher. We've got 3 yellow cards. You can move to Seattle, Boston. Okay, move any. Okay. I'm going to fly. I'm in Boston. I can fly anywhere. Okay. August Spam has redeemed 100 Bruno points. Thank you. Oh, hey, we got something new here. So when you redeem 100 Bruno points, we are going to show you Bruno. Hey, there's Bruno. Bruno, our pug, is out somewhere else, not in the studio. He is sleeping. So we've got this Bruno to replicate or to fill in for our real Bruno. But we do have Bruno emotes, folks. Don't forget to use those. Thank you, Twin Flower, as always, for using Bruno. Yeah, show some love for Bruno by using the emotes there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's finish up this turn here. So it's Dion the Dispatcher's turn. Also, by the way, we've got 15 minutes here on the stream, and then at 10:30, Book of Nerds, if you follow him, he's going to be playing cribbage with Lorena. Oh, what was I going to do? Oh, okay. I'm going to fly Calgary or Seattle. I really want to get to LA. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First move, Boston. Second move, I'm going to burn the Boston card to fly anywhere I want, which is going to be here. Third move, I'm going to bring this pawn here, and because it's cured, it automatically comes off. Fourth move, I'm going to move the medic here. Okay. Now we draw player cards. Oh, another crisis. Okay. So this is a crisis card. This one, now we have our hand limit up to 6 again. This is sanitation failure. Play immediately, then discard. Advance the infection rate marker unless it is already. Oh my gosh. So infection rate, we're going up to 4, folks. We discard that. Ugh. Okay. And then our second card. Oh, an epidemic. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's already at the track. We have to infect. Oh, so it's getting tough, folks. This is where it's ramped up. Well, I have to go. Very good Saturday. Have a great time. Thank you, August Peppa. Have a great night. So Boston gets infected with 3 cubes. And then we are going to intensify, shuffle the cards in the infection. Okay. Put them. Okay. So now might be a good time to do the quiet night, right? Because Boston is ready to blow up there. So do we do that? Do we do the quiet night now, folks, or do we wait? I feel like we can wait because Boston would only move 1. Okay, we're going to wait. There it is, Boston. So instead of adding the 4th there, you move this down 1. It will infect New York and Montreal. We're doing 4 cards. Oh my gosh. Indianapolis, Denver, and Minneapolis. Okay. All right, so we've got 2 outbreaks left before we lose the game. And a lot of blue cubes out. Okay, so that is Dion the Dispatcher's turn. We're still 1 short yellow, folks. We really need to get these yellows out. Okay, let's clean up a little bit here. I'm going to do first move for Mabel the Medic. Treat, and they get to remove all those cubes. That's 1. Oh, boy. We're going to fly to Montreal. That's 2. Automatically comes off because cured. I'm going to move to Boston. That's 3. This comes off automatically. Then we're going to fly to Minneapolis. 4. Comes off automatically. Okay. Love the medic, but we still need some cards, folks. Let's draw 2 more. We're really getting close to this end of the player deck. It's really, we need to find we need to find 1 final yellow card. There it is, Santo Domingo. Yes. And Havana. Okay, so we have 4 in hand. We need to survive, folks. How can we do this? So we have our hand limit of 6 where we're safe. The medic has the cure, needs to get to Atlanta. So we're going to, do we skip this or what? We are so close to the end of here, folks. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, we got to do it. We got to draw. Okay. The first one is an event, remote. Return any 2 cubes from the board to supply. Okay, that's fine. And then Guadalajara. Okay, so there are all the yellow cards now. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to get rid of a card. I'm going to get rid of so we have the cure in hand here. So I think we're good here. Yeah, we're going to get rid of we'll get rid of Santo Domingo for now. So I'm down to 6 here. I've got 2 event cards. Do we skip the, you know what? Indianapolis, that was the one that we played here. Okay, we're safe here. I'm going to not take the quiet night. We're going to wait. So we will infect 4 cities. New Orleans, Washington, LA, and Toronto. Okay, safe. It is back to Dion the Dispatcher's turn. I think we have this game in hand. Let's keep your fingers crossed, pray, whatever you got to do. It is Dion the Dispatcher. Dion is going to, they're in LA. Seattle's there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 for the cure. Yeah, that's it. That's game. Okay. Dion the Dispatcher, folks, is moving. 1, 2, 3 to Atlanta. For the fourth and final move, they're going to use their power to bring Mabel there. Mabel is going to, hey, just because we're going to remove any 2 cubes from the board to the supply. Let's remove these 2. And then they're going to play the Quiet Knight. Oh, wait a second. Wait. No. Okay. Wow, we're at the very end here. So, yeah, so we're going to skip the draw infection cards this turn. But we need to still finish out this turn here, right? Is that right? Oh my gosh, am I going to win or lose? Okay, so I draw cards, blue, and an event. Okay, so that's safe. Now here, on Mabel's turn, I'm going to turn in 4 to cure yellow. I got to check the rules, folks. Where's the rule book? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I've cured all. Do I immediately win, or do I have to finish on my turn? Because I have no more player cards here. Oh my gosh. Winning. Okay, whoo. Okay. When the cures for all 3 diseases have been discovered, the players win immediately. Okay, whoo. Folks, oh my gosh. I was sweating there for a second. I thought that I had to finish out my turn. I was all out of, if you'll notice here, I was all out of player cards. That was basically it right there, folks. So I have, woo. Folks, I wish this was real life because I have cured the diseases. We have saved North America. I got to put that board up again. This was fantastic. I love this. This is great. So again, this is the game that really got me into the hobby. Right, not this one, but the original Pandemic. That got me into the hobby 5 years ago. Loved it and soloed it a bunch. This works just as well as a solo game. I like this one. I mean, I hung out here, with y'all. This took us like what, it took an extended amount of time because I'm chit chatting, we're hanging out, having a good time. But I could see this playing in 20 to 30 minutes, no problem. Right, you're probably spending. I mean, the setup is pretty much the same. You randomly choose cards and cities and put the cubes up. But yeah, just squeaked by Beyond Dead. That was close. It was right there. I was down to. I would have lost if I had to draw player cards. But yeah, again, I love this combo of the Dispatcher and Medic. I think they work well together. You can move stuff and get cubes off a lot easier. But yeah, that's it, folks. That is Pandemic Hot Zone North America. William looks like it plays better at low player counts. I'm not a big fan of the base game with just 2 rolls. Yeah, I agree. I think this definitely works well with the 2 rolls especially for a solo game, right? Using the 2, it's easy to keep track of. And yeah, the base game, like a full player count, I really like. But anyways, Pandemic Hot Zone North America, I dig it. If you want to play Pandemic, get like a lighter, quicker version of it. This is just as good, I think. I mean, all you're doing is curing 1 less disease. And you do start, I mean, it's just a smaller map. And pretty much everything. You know what's cool? What I like, I really like these crisis cards. That definitely adds something to the game. Where, I mean, yeah, you're like, I was hamstrung there for a few turns because of the 5-card hand limit instead of 6. And the Epidemics play the same. And yeah, I like the crisis card. There are a few more crisis cards. I played the standard setup. So I played a standard setup where the crisis cards you have, I think there's 6 total. I put in 3, which is standard. And let me see, crisis, it's either 5 or 6. You can put them all in for the epic game, right? If you have experience with crisis cards, there are 7 crisis cards. You would put in, for standard, I put 1 or 3 cards. For heroic, you would put 6 of the 7 cards. So maybe next time I'll try the heroic. This was still close. I was down the last turn, basically. Yeah. Are the cards ticket to ride size? They are, Amanda. Everything's ticket to ride size. There's no standard card size in this. And yeah, let's chat until, hey, Gay Free Girl, Ruel. Oh gosh, that hurt. Thanks for hanging out. Let's chat until Book of Nerds goes live so we can raid him. So we've got about 6 minutes. Folks, let's do an AMA. Ask me anything, and I will answer here live on camera while I take another sip of tea. Shout out to Game Freak Girl. Join us from Girls Game Shelf. If you don't follow Girls Game Shelf already, please do. They're amazing. I love all the content that they produced. They do live streams, they do videos, how-tos, rules explanations, and just really cool videos. I think they're still doing it once a month where they just have, it's called a Bits and Bobs. I know Amanda's been on it. My wife Michelle's been on it. Game Freak Girl's always on it, where they look at different topics that are related to board games. And it's just such a cool mix of people who talk about like board game adjacent topics, right? Whether it's cosplay or creating stuff that relates to board games but aren't actually, like, you don't actually play, right? So it's a wonderful segment. I love them. Yes, there is the Girls Game Shelf. Thank you, Amanda, for dropping that. Bonzinator, thank you for hanging out. Good to see you. I haven't been able to raid Bonzinator lately. We need to raid her channel. Are you taking niece applications? I want to eat at your family reunion. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's submit your applications to my emails. We are hanging out, folks. We have just defeated the Pandemic Hot Zone North America game from Z-Man Games. I want to thank them again for sending out a copy. I dig it, and I can see how this. Now, I don't know if right now if people are going to be buying this game, but because of the situation, but I can see this, expanding to, all the different parts of the world and maybe adding new elements to each one and still maintaining that 20 to 30 minute gameplay. It's terrific. Really fun game. Thanks for letting us. Oh, nice. We're hanging out till John goes live. That's Book of Nerds, and he's going to be playing cribbage with his wife. And we are going to raid them in just a second. So, oh, Game Freak Girls. Oh, I'm talking to Bonzanator. My bad. I thought you were applying to be my niece. Oh, silly. Since Bonzanator's here, I want to shout out Bonzanator. Please follow her as well. She gets a round of applause just because she's awesome. There's your round of applause, Bonzanator. Thank you. Yeah, so this is it. Again, it's a really small box, folks. You could seriously, I'm going to just wipe all this stuff off here. Look at this. I think you could, this is like the perfect version of Pandemic for travel, right? Again, when we can travel again. But this board is tiny. Let me see. Here's, for scale, here's Bruno, right? This little plush fits right on the board. You could totally just put this, in a little, Ziploc, quart bag or gallon bag, even smaller than a gallon, right? A quart smaller, right? Okay, yeah. The Game Freak Girl is talking about my niece. Thank you. Yes, you could always be our niece, Game Freak Girl. Yeah, but look at this. You could totally just, I'm just making a big mess here, but it could all fit in one bag, right? Yeah. All the cards, even the rules. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I got confused. I'm easily confused. Let me get the rest of the box here. So yeah, this is, here's the other. So here are the other crisis cards. There's 4 more. We used 3. And then I think I showed these already, the other 2 characters, researcher and generalist. There is no scientist in this game. Because I think it was, right, the base game you have 5. You need 5 cubes or 5 cards to cure, and it goes down to 4 in this game. And the scientists in the base game let you do 4. So there's no reason to have a scientist in this one here. Okay. So yeah, it's a tiny game, folks. This could. Oh, here's another one. Coldest Night. I'm gonna play this solo sometime. This is from Indie Boards and Cards. I thought this would have been funny during the. I should have. Well, actually, I can still play it because it's still super hot in Southern California, but it's the coldest night, right? So you're trying to survive a winter's night, and this is totally soloable, playable as a solo game. Takes about 20 minutes as a hand management game. So hopefully, I think next week we'll try to play that. Or maybe during the week. We'll see if I get some time here. I have 2. Oh, I love this. 2 nephews a spoiler. I'm the best. I can't afford another one. Nice. Panda says, do deliver cookies and pies to my cousin. Nice. What's another way to? Oh, I know. So just to show the scale of how small this game is, here's the Cat Lady expansion box of treats. This fits in that box, so you know how small that box is. It's like, yeah, it's tiny. So you could totally put it in a bag, right? I mean, like a bag like this, right? Just a little Ziploc bag. And yeah. So is John live yet? John, hurry up and go live, please. So we can, I don't want to torture anyone by making them listen to me just ramble. But oh, what tea am I drinking? Great, thank you. Yeah, so AMA, folks, ask me anything. I am drinking my favorite, Earl Grey, with some honey and lemon. Thanks to my wife Michelle for hooking it up. And I do have my tabletop meeple mug. This is a meeple maze. Oh, you know what? Did you? I don't know if y'all saw on Twitter. I was so fortunate. The kids splaining gang. There are two young boys out I think down south somewhere. Jared and Peyton. They're like 8 and 10 years old. They interviewed me for their video podcast. It's so cute and so much fun. Anyway, so it was they're in Central Time, so it was like 10 a.m. their time. It's 8 a.m. my time, which is for me to do a podcast. It's a little early, but you know, I was glad to do it. I was happy to do it. And I had my mug, I was drinking my tea, and the second I took a sip, both boys said, "Oh my gosh, that's a meeple maze." And I was like, yeah, and they wanted me to like try to do the maze. I'm like, yeah. So we're like trying to figure out how to get out of it. It was super cute, super funny. I think it's going to be out next week, our interview. We talked for like, 40 minutes or something. They're really great. Their parents are cool. They're actually, well, I won't say anything because we'll talk. I think they'll have that part in the podcast, but check out the podcast or video podcast, the show. Their father works in the video production, so it's going to be top notch, unlike what you see here, right? But yeah, that's Monday. This Monday, I think they're going to release the episodes. So, I do like to read. I love to read. Thank you, Game Free Girl, for letting me ramble. I do love to read. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to read anything lately, just because I've been so swamped with work. But what's on my nightstand right now is a Star Wars book, which okay, so when did Rise of Skywalker come out? Last year. This was like the book that was in between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, and I totally forgot the name. I got halfway through it because I wanted to finish it before Rise of Skywalker because it fills in some details, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I forget the woman's name, the author. Oh God, I forget her name, but it was really good, and I put it on my nightstand and totally forgot about it. So that's on my nightstand. I also have a couple of books, one from my daughter Lauren gave to me for my birthday, another one that it's been sitting there forever. I'm like a quarter of the way into it. Do you all do that? Do you have like multiple books that you're trying to read and they just sit there? That's totally me. But yeah, that's what okay, so Marianne so Billy Catherine. I'm not a Pride and Prejudice fan, gotta admit, but not my jam. But I know a lot of people who are. So yeah, Pride and Prejudice, do your thing. Not my jam, but let's see. You should read Jane Austen. Oh, cool. Currently reading short stories from female authors from the 1950s. That's interesting. Wow. Nice. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of authors from that time. Panda Angel has been reading ebooks for the library lately. Nice. I just checked out. There's the Batman Who Laughs. It's like this like dark version of Batman. I checked it out from my e-library as well, and I think I have like 2 more days to finish it. It's a graphic novel. I'm about halfway through that, so I'll finish that because I just read it on my phone, wherever my phone is. But yeah, I just read that on my phone. Mrs. Gab, I had Ruel read some Edgar Allan Poe for my students because his voice. Yeah, that was fun. So if y'all ever need some voice acting work, please hook a brother up. Your friend Ruel here will gladly read to your students. Game Freak hides the 5 books on a read. No, I mean, we all do something like that, right? Grant, folks, the Batman Who Laughs is also the newest DC deck builder expansion. Nice. And I'm actually going to be playing the Batman Who Laughs. It's the op game. It's the next in the Rising series, right? So you have the Thanos one. We've played the Harry Potter Rising game, and we actually just played the Plankton Rising game, the SpongeBob one, which was a lot of fun. That one, me and Michelle played that. We won. We beat Plankton, right? So that was a lot of fun. I'm going to be playing the Batman Who Laughs sometime before Halloween as a sponsored stream from the op. I don't know if I'm going to play. I might play it by myself because I know Michelle and Lauren weren't really into the theme. I dig it, so I think I'll play that solo, which is, it's a cooperative game. It's a dice chucker set collection thing. Really cool thing. It definitely has the coolest miniature. Somewhere in the pile of games. I'm not going to dig through it, but yeah, stay tuned from that. So yeah, that's cool that it's the newest deck building expansion for DC Deck Builder. And well, I've never heard of Daphne du Maurier. Look up the second Persephone book of short stories. They are from. Oh, cool, nice. Web comics. Do you like any? I do like. I do. You know what I really enjoy are like autobiographies. I like those these days. Fiction wise, I do enjoy my sci-fi. When I was a kid, back in like high school, right after high school, I loved Stephen King books. I read a good chunk of his books up until the one that turned me off was the Tommyknockers. I thought that was such a garbage book, and it was just bad. It was not his best work, and that was pretty much when I stopped. I loved it. I loved Pet Sematary, Misery, The Shining. All those like freaked me out when I was younger, and I want to Dark Tower series. William Wolf. I have that. I need to start it. I know I'm so far behind, but oh gosh, that's the one I have like the first 4 on my shelf, and I have not gotten to them. I need to read, folks. That's what I need to do. But yeah. Well, ask me anything. Immediately starts talking about books. Yeah, so Stephen King, I was a huge fan of. If you're not into horror, if you don't like the scary stuff, I think he did one of the most underrated like fantasy books called Dark Tower, right? But there's a single book called Eyes of the Dragon, which I think is just a wonderful story. There's some. From what I remember, there might be a little scariness to it, but not much. It's more of a fantasy like book, so I would definitely recommend that. Yeah, right. It's crazy. Best part, you get so much. See, that's what I've heard too. I need to. You know what? That's going on top of my. I've got this whole stack of books on the shelf here. I need to look at that, and I need to read those. Right? Yes, The Shawshank Redemption. One of my favorite stories. That was it was a novella, right? There was 4 of them in what was it called? 4 seasons, I believe, or different seasons, maybe 4 seasons. It was Stand By Me, which became a movie. It was called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, which became Shawshank Redemption. And there's 2 more. Was Apt Pupil in that? Because that was another movie, right? Apt Pupil. Not that great of a movie. It was a decent story. Or maybe that was one of his other short story collections. Yeah, Shawshank, one of my all-time favorites. So good, right? Okay. Thanks, Gabe, for going. It's one of my favorite, thrilling, suspenseful, my favorite. Although Mary Shelley is also amazing. I read Mary Shelley back in college. I read the original Frankenstein. I remember talking about that. It was like an English literature class that I took, and we're talking about how Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, that was the first modern sci-fi novel, right? Scientists making something happen. That was the first science fiction novel. I tend to read. Yeah, I mean, I do love my Star Wars. Give me the Star Wars books. But yeah, pretty much. As long as there's something grips, engages me, I'm down. I do read a lot of. I was reading a lot of autobiographies for a while. But yeah, what else can we talk? Yeah, 4 seasons. I think that was the name of the book. It was like 4 like novellas that Stephen King had written. And then there was, now I think the Apt Pupil one, that was another collection of books. And that was when he was writing under his pen name, Richard Bachman, right? And that always blows me away about Stephen King. Like, not only was he prolific as Stephen King, but then he created this like persona, right? Alter ego, Richard Bachman. And he was writing books under Richard Bachman, and those were great as well. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Will, do you have a signature dish that you make? I do. My go-to dish is a Filipino dish called sinigang. It is like a sour-based soup. I like sinigang na baboy, which is pork, right? So yeah, good old our friend Porkdemic here. I use pork, and it's like a soup. It's like a tamarind based soup, so it's sour. But I like to my way of doing it, and I add like a chili or chili pepper. You know, I like to slice it so that it gets a little heat. So it's more like a hot and sour. I don't really do it hot. I prefer it more sour. So it's got like bok choy, pork, onions, tomatoes, a standard Filipino dish. And I don't actually use like real tamarind. Like I use the packet of seasoning, like, 99% of Filipino people use. That's my go-to. I love it. I don't really do it much in the summer because it's a soup, right? But during the winter time, oh, my go-to for sure. Love it, love, love it. Bowser, I'm playing Disney Villainous today. Didn't watch a gameplay, so I'm writing a review. What character? You know what? Disney. I've only played the Disney one once. I did the Marvel one the other day, and I played as who was I? I wanted to play Thanos, but I didn't end up playing Thanos because I was playing that game with Naveen and Monique of Before You Play, and we each had a copy. So I had my copy here, and I didn't want to play Thanos because it would require way too much upkeep and maintenance. So, oh my, did I play Killmonger? I might have played Killmonger because Monique played. No. I played Hela. Hela was okay. Hela I liked. I really want to play Thanos though, because just the whole Infinity Stones thing, right? Let's see. So you're making Michelle. Let's see. Like that thing I've only read and never said aloud and counts. Oh, it's so good. Oh, cool. Yes. I hope my niece application gets approved. I'm sure it will. I used to love tamarind spoon candies as a kid. Yeah, I remember those as a kid, and I always thought it was funny because it was most of my Latino friends that would have it. Like my Filipino friends, we had tamarind in our like meals, right, soups and stuff. But our Latino friends would always have the spoons, and I was like, "What the heck?" And yeah, they also had the tamarind candies, right? Yes. Oh, Marvel. Okay, yeah. So I did play Hela. Monique, I think, played Killmonger. Or no, that was Naveen. Naveen played Killmonger, and Monique played Ultron. And for what it's worth, Naveen won with Killmonger. So, what is my favorite candy? All-time favorite candy, Snickers bars. Always a go-to, because when I get hangry, I do those Snickers bars, and I'm no longer hangry. That's one thing I miss about open game nights. Those are just my go-to snack, right? We would go to our local game, actually our comic book store here, Four Color Fantasies. Shout out to them. They're still in business, thankfully. Support them as best we can. And every open game night on Wednesdays, I'd go there, meet my friends, play games, and they had like just a small selection of candies and stuff. And I would always get a Snickers bar. And yes, I would buy a Snickers bar, or no, a Twix bar for Michelle when I got home. Always got to share the wealth, right? Michelle loves candy corn, folks. This is one thing we do not agree on. One of the few things we do not agree on. Michelle loves candy corn. I am not a candy corn fan. Snickers, yes. Kit Kats, yeah. And Michelle and Gay Free Girl, y'all, not only do you love karaoke, you love candy corn. Always nice to make connections here on the internet. Kit Kats are great, especially I love the ones from Japan, right? You get like the matcha, also like the strawberry ones. Oh, when we were in Japan a couple of years ago, we went hog wild, tried all those different Kit Kats. And then when Lauren came back from a trip from Japan, I think she mailed some out to us too when she was out there. She would mail us like a batch of Kit Kats, so that was great. Brick and mortar game store just opened. Yes, Redlands. Yes, building a game room right now. Yes, that is our friend Richard Matney and his wife Tracy, I believe. They opened. I was supposed to go there, I think this Friday. It was going to be this Friday, but we bumped it back another Friday. So I want to do like every Friday, I do unboxings on Facebook and YouTube. And Richard and I have been talking of me going out there and doing the unboxings there. And I had this plan, I'm going to bring my setup, bring my mic, my camera. I was like, that's way too much work. So I think I'm just going to go out there, bring my phone, and we're just going to shoot like a short live video, walking around the store, checking it out, maybe unbox a game or two. So just to hang out and show the shop. It's great. Richard does for 5 years, I think, he was doing a meetup in Redlands, right at the old gourmet pizza shop there. And I've been to a couple of those. And that's where actually I hung out with Daniel one time. We played Carpe Diem. Really cool meetup, great people. But of course, with COVID, that is shut down for now. But he opened up his own shop. It's a pop-up shop in downtown Redlands. They'll be there till the end of the year at least. So for all your shopping needs, check. I don't know if I have it on this one. Let's see if I have. I do not have the info. Anyways, you can look it up. Board Game Paradise on Facebook, in Redlands, California. please check it out. Oh, thanks, Amanda. Amanda's dropped it in chat. Amanda's always on top of it, folks. Game Free Girl, submitted an application to be an honorary niece. So yes, you were more than welcome to, Monique. Said it 3 times now. Isn't it like was it Beetlejuice? You say it 3 times, and yeah, Beetlejuice shows up. So, Board Game Paradise, yes, folks. Is John live yet? I don't know. Let me see here. Raid channel. No, the Brothers Murph are live. We could raid them, but if John wants, so I'll hang out for a few more minutes. I am getting hungry. I'm not going to lie. The old stomach's starting to growl. Silver Medal Tavern. Yes, I did win by the skin of my teeth. It was at the very end, like basically the last turn, because I had just drawn the last player card on the previous player's turn, but then immediately win. So, yeah. What is this here? Not. I don't know what's happening. Hopefully everything's okay. Favorite smell? Wow. That was a great question. I don't know what my favorite smell is. I do love the smell of when Michelle cooks. You know, when I'm in the office, either live streaming or working or whatever, whenever Michelle's cooking, just that smell is a very comforting smell, right? Of whether it's baking, she's baking banana bread or baking cookies or making something on the stovetop. Always a wonderful smell. I can't just track it. It's just, I can't narrow it down to one, but that's a great question. Okay. Favorite meal. I don't know what is happening. Hope everything is okay. Oh, okay. Oh, as far as John, yeah. Daryl Lenar, join late. Hello, no, all good. Daryl Lenar, we just played Pandemic Hot Zone America. I won by the skin of my teeth at the very end. And really cool version of Pandemic. It's like Ticket to Ride New York, where it's a base game condensed into a half hour, 20 minutes, really short, but it's has all of the things you love about Pandemic. It's a really, really cool game. Oh yeah, it does smell like banana bread now. I can smell it. Yes, so I am happy. Yes, you can hear my son. Raw, raw, raw. Oh, the Katy Perry reference. Oh my gosh, nice. Game Free Girl. I'm not going to sing Katy Perry, unfortunately. Katy Perry, isn't she? Gosh, is she the one from Santa Barbara? I always have to, I always, shout out to Santa Barbara. I lived in Santa Barbara for many years and went to school at UC Santa Barbara. So anytime there's like a Santa Barbara celebrity, I always always think of the old My Home Away from Home is like, okay, John is live. Great. Folks, we are going to raid our friend John, aka Book of Nerds. I believe he is live now. Let me go here. I don't see him. Book of Nerds. Why is it not showing up in my rating thing? Book of Nerds. No results found. It hasn't shown up in my rating thing just yet. Oh, you lived in Santa Maria? Oh, Game Freak Girls. Speaking of food, that's where they, right? Fun fact, folks, Santa Maria. And I don't know if it's actually Central California, or is it still considered Southern California? But that is where they invented, or they, well, not invented, but yeah, that's where tri-tip was. Basically, that's the cut that they started using in Santa Maria, and they have Santa Maria style barbecue, which is so good. Love tri-tip. Bonzanator, have a great day. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I hope you have a great weekend. We're gonna raid John, Book of Nerds, real soon here. I'm waiting for it to show up in the raid channel section. I don't see it, Amanda. So yeah, tri-tip. It was, yeah. Love tri-tip. You go to Santa Maria, that's where they invented that cut, right? I don't know the exact story, but that's where they do the tri-tip. Thank you, Silver Medal, for joining us. Much appreciated. Yes, Santa Maria barbecue, pinquito beans, yes, with the salsa too. Oh, so good. Michelle and I, when we went up on our trip last year or 2 years ago, as we're coming back up to Canada and back, coming back down, we stopped by Santa Maria, just some random place for tri-tip. It was so good. And right outside, there was a fruit vendor. And if you know me and Michelle, we love our roadside vendors. We stopped by, got fruit, the fruta cup with the chile, limon. Oh, so good. It was like the perfect dessert right after our big tri-tip meal. Yeah, I just refreshed it. I'm going to try it again. I'll refresh again, Amanda. Thank you. Okay. Here's a question from Silver Metal. What are you going to play for Halloween? Great question. I've got a couple of choices for Halloween. When is Halloween? I don't know what day that falls on, but I've got a couple of choices. I think I'm going to solo a game on Halloween, and it will probably here's my phone. It's under all these. Oh, it's on a Saturday. So yeah, Saturday, since it's a Saturday. Thank you, Twin Flower. Andrew, hi. I am going to play it's going to be one of two things. I wanted to play Dead of Winter, but I'm not going to. Maybe I could do Dead of Winter. I've actually soloed Dead of Winter as a cooperative game using 2 characters, and that's been fun. I really want to play Abomination, Heir to Frankenstein. They do have I need to learn the solo variant. So I think that's what we're going to do, folks. Halloween will most likely 99%, well, let's say 80% is going to be Abomination, Heir of Frankenstein, the solo variant. It's an official variant. I have the game. I just unboxed it recently, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Dead of Winter is one of my favorites. Let me check if John has showed up on here yet. It still hasn't. I don't know why. Let me just go to his channel real quick. Sorry, folks. Don't mean to keep you around longer than to be. Let's see. Book of Nerds streaming a card game. No. Tell you what, I'm going to just close Twitch and I'm going to reopen it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, Silver Medal. So you can totally play Dead of Winter as a cooperative game, right? And you just ignore the stuff, or you just toss out the cards that aren't that would make it. You're obviously not going to have a trader in a cooperative game, but you can totally solo it. That's how I learned. I taught myself the game. Was doing a cooperative version of it. Mrs. Gam, we have another mystery folks. This is funny. The last week, some kids in our neighborhood. We're assuming it's the kids. We have a lot of kids in our neighborhood. They left a pumpkin on like this little stand in front of our house, and had like a little note, like a cryptic note, said this is like stop number 1 of 4. So Michelle said we got our second pumpkin. So we are leading up to it's so fun. We've never had this in our neighborhood. So I'll take a picture of it later and post it on the socials. So thank you, Amanda. I can do the, what is it, raid command? Okay, cool. I will do that. Let's go here. Where's the raid channel? What do I do, Amanda? Let me look here. So I can use the raid Book of Nerds in chat. Okay. Do I do /raid? Okay, yeah. Raid and channel Book of Nerds. Book of Nerds. Thank you, friends, for hanging out. Extended period of time for Ask Me Anything. Much appreciated. Book of Nerds. Let's try this, folks. So hang on. We're going to raid. Okay, yeah, cool. We're going to raid Book of Nerds in just a few seconds here. Thank you again for joining me. Have a great weekend, everybody. We've won Pandemic Hot Zone. We're going to raid Book of Nerds and watch them play cribbage. Take care, everybody. And we are raiding now. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye.